The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan. Sega.
Shall we play a game?
Player to another. Dark soul light. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the new clan.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast where 1/4 of the hosts call off for golf ball-sized headaches in their dome pieces. I am your host, without a headache, Caleb Schweiss.
Zach.
And Cameron.
And today, guys, Cameron and I will be reviewing the coveted, the beloved, the long-running Sonic the Hedgehog. 1991, the very first Sonic game. Wow. Cameron and I had some experience with this, of course, both of our first consoles being Sega Genesis, and then I shortly had a Super NES after that, but I'm pretty sure the Genesis came first, because the first thing I remember playing is Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm pretty sure it was Sonic 1, because I only remember the Green Hills.
So this is going back to your roots, bro.
Yeah, this is going back to the roots, bloody roots. And they certainly are bloody, but we'll get into that as the episode goes along. Guys, if this is your first episode of Nude Clan, we have like 100+ other episodes to listen to, so go check them out. Please subscribe to us on whatever platform you listen to podcasts on. Give us a review. We love reading them. We love not reading them. We just love having them. You can sub to us on Twitch. We stream the episodes weekly. Guys, come hang out for the episodes. We used to have so many of you guys show up, and now it's so sad. So few show up to the Twitch stream. Twitch.tv/NudeClanGaming is where you can find us streaming the episodes live. We are streaming Doom Eternal as well.
It's metal, bro.
Surprise for the upcoming What You've Been Playing segment. We are streaming more actively lately, so please go to us over there, follow the channel, subscribe to us with Amazon Prime if you so desire. Give us some money. It's not to support us necessarily, because the last time we mentioned that, Amazon took away our line of Amazon.com support, because apparently you can't advertise it as if it's helping you, even though it's obviously helping you. Fucking bullshit.
Is it really?
What?
Yeah, that's what they said. But we love Prime, so don't get mad at us for the Prime thing, please, God. Don't take that away too. But yeah, we don't get money from Amazon purchases anymore because we were advertising it as if they were supporting the show, and it's like, well, I mean, isn't that the point?
Who told them?
What a bunch of bitches, dude.
I know.
But I love
was
Amazon Prime. So
I mean, someone at Amazon had to have listened to our episodes.
Yeah, well, it's funny because we got a lot from Amazon. Like we got a good amount of money from Amazon orders from our listeners, and now we don't get anything, and it's sad because
That's
Twitch
bullshit.
doesn't make up for it, because even if if someone subscribes through Twitch Prime, through Amazon Prime, we only get $2.50. I mean, it's not like we're crying foul at that. That's still support, which is awesome. It's more than frankly, more than we deserve. But it's like the Amazon.com was awesome for a long time, and now it's fucking gone. So please, God.
Who reported us? Like, seriously.
I don't know. It's really disappointing. It's just too bad. So go there. You can support us through there. You can hang out, and even if you don't want to support us through Twitch, using Twitch Prime, if you have Amazon Prime, support somebody. Give it to someone. It's $2.50 a month. It can make a difference to somebody. Whether it's the mega corporation Geekdom Entertainment or someone else. It'd be super useful. You can go to patreon.com, search Nude Clan Podcast to support us there. We do have some big-ass new patrons, so thank you to them. We'll do a shout-out at the end of the episode for that. And that's a good place to support the show. Patreon, as far as we know, is the best platform for that kind of stuff. Even though I feel like if they listen to our episodes, we might actually get kicked off, so maybe we'll have to find something else. Not because of the same reasons as Amazon, but yeah, there's some terms of service things that a little bit rocky in there. But hey, for now, you can support us through Patreon. You can shout us out on Twitter. You can follow me at UFF Podcast.
Oh, me at B Grixis. Sorry, man, it's all throwing me off with no one there.
And then me and Nude Clan Cam.
And our other host with the headache at Obsidian Ba. You can follow the show at Nude Clan Podcast. That's where we'll get all of the votes for our upcoming every other Saturday streams as a clan and upcoming games, so on and so forth. Guys, thank you so much for everything that you've done to help us. And this episode today is brought to you by Angry Ass Black Dude because he sent us Sonic. So we're reviewing his gifted game. Guys, this is a year where we're going to try to go through as many gifted games as we can, and this is the first one up, so super stoked to get into that. Before we do any of that shit, though, what has everyone been playing this week? Cameron, what you got?
This week I played Call of Duty and Doom. That's about it.
Yeah, only first-person shooters, huh?
Yeah, this kind of turned out that way this week.
That's so Cam. It's, all right. Zach, what about you? What have you been up to?
It's definitely Doom Eternal. Got a lot of that in this week. Call of Duty with the boys.
Yeah.
Darksiders 3. Played some of that. Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, there you go.
And then I tried Animal Crossing on a friend's Switch.
Yeah.
I don't like Animal Crossing. I think it's stupid.
What is Animal Crossing?
It's like if you had a regular life where you paid a mortgage and you went fishing for fun and you did it in a game, but you owed raccoons who are going to break your kneecaps if you don't pay them back.
Oh, wow. So it's New York City, but you can fish. The mafia.
Yeah, pretty much.
Break your
I
kneecaps.
just and a lot of people like it. And that's cool, man. Like what you like, but I just don't see the hype, man. I don't see the appeal of it.
Isn't it like that people call it like a relaxation game? That's what Brandy was saying yesterday. He just likes to relax to it.
But he also plays Warframe, so I don't really know if I can take his opinion.
Yeah, it's like we're taking his opinion on anything, right?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, Brandy. Don't get mad. He got mad yesterday because I said he wasn't essential. Twice. I said it twice, and his friends got mad too. And me and Cam were kind of laughing to each other.
Yeah, he gets sad.
They can't take a joke.
Yeah, they can take a dick, but they can't take a joke. No.
Damn it.
Speaking of those rocky terms of service, yeah.
Let's rock the boat a little harder here, guys. Oh, man. I've never played it, though. I've never really felt the drive.
I hadn't either. Everyone had it, so I was like, I'll give it a shot.
What would you consider a relaxation game for you, though? Like, what
Doom
do you...
Eternal.
Yeah. That's how I wind down for the night.
I
tear.
don't know. Like, any game. Like, it sounds dumb, but, like, I get pissed off. But as long as I'm, like, chatting... Even Call of Duty, if I'm, like, chatting with the friends, like, and just hanging out, like, drinking a few beers or whatever, like, it's kind of relaxing to me.
It'd be awesome to hear you play Animal Crossing and you react to it the same way you react to every other game.
Like I'm playing Doom. God fucking damn it!
Fucking shit!
God! No, I was actually, when I was playing yesterday, I was sitting next to Patrick, and I missed a fish. Like, fucking god damn it! And I just, like... it was exactly the same. But it was a children's game.
Yeah. This isn't for kids. This is bullshit.
What do you mean I can't fucking catch the fish? Fuck this fish. Yeah.
You telling me kids can catch this? That's a fucking lie. Yeah, I love it when they have really hard kids games. I'm like with Sonic, I'm like, fuck you. Kids don't play this. This is bullshit. I'm a professional. You hear me? I can't fucking play this. And I played it as a kid. It fucked me then, too. I'm way better now, and I still suck.
It still hurts.
It does. God, it hurts. It took days, man. Days to beat that fucking game. It's 2 hours long, according to the internet. I changed it, though. I put my how long to beat time in at like 10 hours. I'm like, no. This 2 hours will not stand. It's a fucking lie. I did fold a little, though, because I was like, okay. It was main story plus some extras. Because I tried to get one of the gems, and then I quit.
It just should have been like, someone's full of shit.
Yeah, everyone's full of shit on that site. It's Sonic.
They are. They only post their times if they're like fucking speedrun. Oh, yeah, 2 hours if you're playing it leisurely. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you and everything about you.
There's like a completionist number on there for Resident Evil Outbreak that's like 20 hours. I'm like, no, dude. If you're getting everything in this game, that's at least 40 hours. If you never die. Like, I have like 70 hours on that, and I have like half of the shit unlocked. Like, it's ridiculous. It's so annoying too because there's like 4 people that have pulled it, so like there's no data, and it just looks like it's like the easiest, fastest thing to 100% in the world. And I'm like, fuck you guys.
That's kind of awesome though, because you go in like they go like, oh, I got this, and it just fucks you. Like it's the best because you know some people are doing that. And they're like, oh, it's
Yeah.
fast, and then it just wrecks them.
The funny thing though is Sonic has thousands of people that have put in their times, and I'm like, who the fuck is beating this in 2 hours?
I bet what happened is 2 people did a speed run. Put that, and then everyone else
yeah.
doesn't want to seem like a bitch.
Everyone
so
doesn't
they're
want to
like,
seem like a micro penis.
oh yeah,
gamer.
So I did watch some speed runs of the game, and there are legitimate ways to skip entire acts. Just fucking skip it.
How are there like glitches?
Yeah, it's fucking
my
like
God.
the fucking Marble Zone Act 2 and 3. You just teleport to the end of the map.
Jeez.
Wow, where was that when you were playing?
I don't know. Marble Zone kind of sucked.
Yeah, it's like one of the fucking worst zones. Like the difficulty scale. Okay, we'll get there when
Yeah.
we get there to review. But yeah,
We'll get
the
there.
difficulty
when we
scaling.
get-
The difficulty scaling of this game is fucked.
Oh, it's mental. It's crazy. Okay, so I played 1 round of Call of Duty yesterday because I said, you know what? I told Joe the day before, I was like, look, I'm not going to get consumed by Doom Eternal. I'm going to try to beat this Secret of Mana game because he's almost done, and I want to have a review for Ultima. It's March 22nd. We've had 1 episode come out in the last almost 4 months, and technically we haven't recorded an episode before that until since fucking October or something like that, like fucking a long time ago. It's been a while since we actually did a real episode. I mean, he came up when we did the FF7 remake demo review, which was like oddly perfect because he happened to be in town right when it launched, and I happened to have that night off, and I was like, all right, come over, we're playing this fucking thing, and we played it, and we recorded an episode, and then he slept on my couch, and then he left. That's our relationship now. Quick one night stands, and then we don't even say goodbye. So that worked out perfectly, but I'm like, look, I want to do the Secret of Mana. I need to get it done. Like, you're super far. And he's only been putting in a couple hours in each day, too. He enjoys it, though, so he's probably putting maybe some bonus time, but I'm like, I should have been playing it the whole time. So I was like, I'm going to play a round of COD because I want to play something on the PlayStation right now. And I did that, and then I went and I mixed and released After Dark, and then I said, you know what, fuck this. And I slapped Doom Eternal in there. And I played like 4 hours of Doom Eternal, it's fun. I like it. I don't like it as much as 2016 so far. But again, I haven't played 2016 in a long time, so I don't know if it's as good as I remember it being.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think the soundtrack is definitely stronger than 2016. It's still pretty good now, though.
It's still great. Like I still enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm having fun with the game, and it is more like classic Doom, like Doom 1 and 2. Greg was saying that yesterday, and I'm like, yeah, it actually is.
It's very puzzle-esque.
There's a lot more puzzles, a lot more like jumping and like finding hidden areas and stuff in 2016. 2016 had collectibles, but it wasn't quite to the same extent.
Right.
Like in Doom 1 and 2, it's like there's some bullshit you got to do to get some of those fucking items. Like it's ridiculous. Like hidden walls, like buttons that unlock shit like way back there. Doom 1 and 2 are great, but they're very puzzle-oriented games, right? And this one is definitely more like that. I do love that line though, the like rip and tear until it is done. It's like yes, yes.
I think with that too, when it does get reviewed, it might have to be reviewed a little bit differently. Not as like because it is a Doom game, but it does play differently.
Yeah,
Where you can't review it as just a first person shooter anymore. It's a first person shooter and adventure / puzzle game.
yeah. Like if I reviewed Doom 1 and 2 and 3, they would all be very high scoring games.
Oh, and different and very different.
And they are different. Yeah, Doom 1 and 2 are closer. 2 is
Right.
just like bitchin' version of 1.
Right.
Really.
Well, 3 is just like
3 is way
It's
out
out there, yeah.
Yeah, and it's scary too. It's a creepy fucking game.
I never
dude.
finished it as a kid because it scared the shit out of me.
There are parts like I'll go into a corner and I'll just hear someone like whisper, "Help me!" and like it only hits if you go into that corner, and it's so creepy. Like, and then like the fucking like, oh man, there's a hallway where like the light like blinks off, and then it like right as it blinks off, you think you see a guy down the hall, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And then like it kicks back on for half a second and no one's there, and then like it blinks off, and then it kicks back on for like half a second, and then you see somebody, and then it kicks off, and then you just hear fucking footsteps just barreling towards you, and it kicks on when he's right in front of you, and he just fucking bashes your ass all the way back.
They did a great job on that game.
It's a scary fucker, man. If you're playing at night, like with no fucking lights on, all alone, like that's a creepy ass game, and I would still review it very highly because it's awesome. Like it's so I won't take 2016 into account as much when we do inevitably review Doom Eternal, but I am having fun, and I want to play some multiplayer with you guys before we do any kind of a review as well, so that we can get like a good, well-rounded experience on it. Because I don't think we. Right. I played a little bit of the multiplayer because I bought it on PC, which is a traitor move, and everybody else had it on PS4. But I don't know, the multiplayer in the first one in 2016.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, it was like Quake almost, but like not fun. It was like an unfun Quake. It was weird.
There's like one fun game mode, and I tried to play it, but the online community for the game is like almost non-existent. And I thought I was going to try it again because I thought people would be excited to get into, Doom Eternal right before its release, so they played the original. No, not true. There wasn't anyone online.
Really? Jeez. It's funny because Doom 3 on the PS3, when I played it like it's been a couple years now, but the online was still there. Like the people are still playing online.
Really?
Yeah, it was like there were like 3 or 4 people. One of them was really good, and that made it really annoying because the trophies were like to win, and I couldn't because this guy wouldn't give in. I was like, got a message him like, please God, just let me beat you so I can get these trophies in this fucking game before the online servers go away. Like, please, for the love of God. Because it's like a 0.01% platinum rate because it's ridiculously hard for that collection. But yeah, so I that's kind of surprising that Doom. I mean, it's not that surprising because it's not fun, but it is surprising that it didn't even kick up when the new game was coming out. That's kind of a testament to how bullshit the online is for that thing.
Right, I'm pretty sure a lot of people played through the campaign just like I did before it was released. But yeah, no one was playing the online. It was so hard to find a game.
Yeah, I'm super jealous that you got the time to play that. That's one of the things I wanted to do, and I didn't have the time.
Yeah, no, like I had to make it like the thing that I was going to do, but it's also good that I've already played through it again. The second time I played through was actually easier than the first time because I guess the play style is very much suited to the Super Shotgun, and I didn't use the Super Shotgun the first time around. But dude, the fully upgraded Super Shotgun is amazing in both games, by the way. And did you fully upgrade your Super Shotgun yet?
No, I only have I don't have the Super Shotgun.
Dude, I did it last night because Cameron told me to. Fucking awesome, bro.
Dude, it is fucking good. So you have like the little fucking Alien Predator grenade shoulder launcher thing?
Yeah.
And one of the things it does is, set people on fire to drop armor, right? Well, your meat hook on the Super Shotgun, which is basically a little grapple that you can shoot out to grapple yourself towards enemies, when you fully upgrade the Super Shotgun, it'll also catch the enemies you grapple on fire, so they start dropping armor as well. And they drop a shit ton if you kill them as you're grappling towards them with the Super Shotgun. Dude, it is fucking metal.
It does.
So I have my sensitivity basically all the way up because it felt muddy without it. Like, the aiming in Doom is just different from other first-person shooters. It's less twitchy.
Yeah.
It's like very much a dead zone in there. I don't know why they did it, but I got used to it. But I have everything set up to where I'm all about speed and moving because you have to fucking keep moving in this game. So when I get a glory kill, I get a speed boost, and I can perform glory kills faster and do them further away. So I'm just fucking like all over the map, just glory killing, going super fast, and then chainsawing people. Like, this game, it encourages you to use the chainsaw to keep your ammo count up. And so I'm always fucking chainsawing, glory killing, and just zooming across the map. And then the fucking meat hook to keep the speed up. dude, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like the first game was fast. This one's like fucking balls of the wall fast.
It does a good amount of damage too, because those dudes like the flamethrowers. Like I disabled his flamethrowers,
Yeah,
but I used the
and
hook
like,
and I just the shotgun. I got the kill on him just like right
the
off.
super
and it was
shotgun's
great.
insanely powerful too. Yeah,
Yeah, the game. I don't even have all those upgrades. I just have the faster glory kills, and that made the speed like crazy. And I'm like, oh,
no,
dude, this
get
is
the speed
beautiful.
boost afterwards. You notice it. It's fucking insane.
It's way fast, and it's funny because Doom 2016 was so fucking fast. I was like, oh my god, this is great. This one is faster already, and I don't even have all the perks you guys
Do
have.
you have the cryo bomb yet?
Is that the one where you chuck it?
Yeah, it's like the grenade, but it like freezes everything.
Oh no, I don't
It
have
freezes
that.
everything.
I
It's
love
okay.
it. I love that
like
grenade.
it. But I like having the normal frag grenades just because you can get 2 of them before you have to reload. But with the cryo grenades and then the suit thing where you do more damage against frozen enemies are really good, especially when you're going against those pinkies, like you said.
Yeah, that's what I use it first with also is the pinkies, and I'll jump behind them and just blast them away with the super shotgun. But the thing is, too, is even if you do your cryo, you can still switch to your regular frag grenade, and you still have a use of it, which is nice.
Did we have pinkies in 2016? I don't remember pinkies.
Yeah.
Pinkies were in
Yep.
2016.
Oh no, I do.
Very much so.
I remember. They were brutal. What I remember.
They're still brutal, but the cryo grenade makes them pretty easy, at least right now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it though. It's pretty good. I did that, and then I played a
The
decent.
difficulty of each individual enemy is amped up in this one too. Like they're giving you new enemies, like the really big ones slower because they're harder. And so when I do one of those special trial runs that you can do to unlock stuff,
Yeah.
and they threw like 3 Barons of Hell at me like for the very first time in the game. It was like an oh shit moment because like the Barons of Hell are bordering on Cyber Demon difficulty already.
Yeah. Are you talking the first one you unlock?
Like when you pull the heart out of one of those things. So that it's like those secret rooms you find the key for, you unlock the room, and then it teleports you to a fight.
Yeah, I've just done the first one, and it was brutal.
I've done 3 of them so far.
They're
And so the
tough.
3rd one, it was Barons of Hell. It's like the really tall demons with horns.
Oh, wait. As well, for the listeners, I guess, and you, because you haven't got that far yet, we found out if you do, like, so to get mastery on weapons, it gives you, like, so many things you have to do to kill or whatever.
Yeah.
If you do them in the training, it counts towards everything else.
It also counts if you death spam too.
Really?
Yeah, because I kept dying in one part, and I kept blowing the laser off the spider guys with the rocket or the grenade launcher, and I got it complete by just dying over and over.
Sweet. I mean, well, same thing.
So you can respawn farm, yeah. Same, because you're gonna die in those fucking trials. They're brutal.
Right. Well, that's cool, though. I mean, it's rad that they give you an option. They give you options to do it because they want you to have fun.
Yeah, I got the 666 kills in the second chapter. So I mean,
Same.
I've died a lot. So, well, maybe not a lot, but
There's a ton of enemies, dude.
there's
Are
a
you both
lot.
playing it on super difficult?
Not the super difficulty, but
Because
the
you're playing on ultraviolence, right?
yeah, ultraviolence. Zach and I are. It's the second highest.
It's fun. It's way fun.
Yeah, it was hard in the beginning because I haven't played a Doom game in a long time.
Those
but-
spiders fucked me up in the beginning.
Yeah. Now they're just not a problem at all.
Yeah, the thing is, like, now that I think I'm hitting my stride with it, it's a bit easier.
Yeah.
Than it was
It's
at
a
the beginning.
it's a
so
lot of fun.
easy
though.
to swap to the fucking machine gun, do a quick scope on their fucking thing on top,
Yeah.
and then they become super easy after that.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I used to kill him.
So one of the runes that I have is if you jump, it slows down time for a little bit, so you can get it off.
Oh,
So
nice.
I amped up, or I maxed out my sniper one. So what I do is, like, if I slow down, I can get 2 shots off from, like, the big ones.
The thing is, I didn't feel like I wanted to go with those perks because I feel like this is all about going fast. And
Right.
so I just
Okay,
wanted the
well,
perks
Sonic,
that
okay.
going fast.
No, and I get that, and that's your playstyle, but I think for me it was good enough to, like, I can slow it down, get 2 shots off, disable one, and then just keep going. So I don't have
That's
to worry
probably
about the rockets.
necessary though in the harder difficulties.
Right.
yeah. I
It's not about
like,
going fast; it's about slowing shit down.
I love the speed though. I think the speed it's hectic for sure, but I think it's
So
way to play.
yeah, I definitely think you should run with the speed boost after glory kill, faster glory kills, and glory kills from further away because it's just like, boom! It's just so fast.
Yeah. I have the one from further away, and it's fantastic.
Yeah. All right, man. It's been a good experience so far. I'm excited to review it, and we have a couple giveaway copies as well. So keep that shit in mind, you listeners who we give things to. So other than that, I played Secret of Mana, a few hours of that. It's it's fun. It's weird. I'm having kind of a hard time in the spot I'm in, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably going to play a lot of that in the next week because I need to catch up and get a review out for that other show. And I like having the Switch. It's nice. It's nice playing it at work on break and stuff. It's good for that kind of thing. So that's been kind of fun. That's it for what we've been playing. But the real question, some would say the only question that matters, has anyone beaten a game this week?
No.
9. Zach, what about you?
I did.
Ooh, what'd you beat?
I beat Darksiders 3.
Darksiders 3. Nice. Is that like Dark Souls?
The third one they did try to make more Dark Souls-esque.
Yeah, I had a
instead
feeling.
of hack and slash, but
I had a feeling. I beat Sonic the Hedgehog. So it's funny because I had problems last week, and I rage quit. And I said that I wasn't going to play it, and then I got on Monday, and I just played it to completion.
nice.
I loaded up my save at the beginning of Section 2, or World 2. Had 51 lives, and I ended up finishing with it was 24 or 30 or something like that.
Nice. Just busted through it.
Yeah. Not really anything in my way, and it's funny, that section that killed me so many times in the underwater area, I didn't die once.
No
going
way.
through there. Yeah, I just rolled through.
You just needed the clarity, bro. That's all it was.
Yeah. Now, once I knew the game's cunt ways, I knew exactly how to please it. I found the Pearl of Clitoris in Sonic the Hedgehog, and I fucking ravaged it. It was... That final boss fight, I thought there was going to be more to it. Because,
Really?
you beat him, and then, he flies off, and I'm like, oh, now we're going to get the final stage, and then he just flies away. I'm like, oh, well, I guess that's it. Cool, credits. And I turn that fucker off, and I don't plan on turning it back on again. So, Sonic is done. So, the leaderboard for the Nude Clan Hog, for the hosts, 3-way tie. Me, Caleb, Cameron, tied with 4 games beaten. Zach taking it in the rear with 3.
Oh, every time I get a little closer, then you guys keep pulling away. I just got to go balls to the wall.
Yeah, well, good. Oh, I also played Metal Gear Solid 3, and you guys remember when I was talking about how my kid keeps, pulling out the disc and playing with it? Well, he played with it to the point where the foil got scratched off, and now my $80 copy of Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection is ruined. Oh, bro. Yeah. So I borrowed a copy from Jake. It's cheaper right now, and I'm in this conundrum where I don't know if I want to buy it again because it's $50 for a copy. And I have Metal Gear Solid 4 in the display case. All I need is a disc, really, a cheap disc.
Right.
And I'll be happy as long as it works.
Let's go to GameStop, get a used one.
I'm thinking about it. It's still pricey though. It's an expensive game.
Really?
Yeah, because it's Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, Peace Walker, Metal Gear, and Metal Gear 2, and Metal Gear Solid 4.
Wow.
And it used to come with a download for Metal Gear Solid 1 and the VR missions for 1, but it doesn't unless it's brand new and not used. So it's pricey. But Jake has a copy too, so I'm going to borrow his. And then if I want to play it in the future, because Joe and I have flirted with the idea of doing a Metal Gear podcast, maybe in years when we have time. If I do that, I'll probably buy it again.
Right.
I think I'm going to hold off though. Even though it's cheaper right now, I don't need it, so I'm not going to get it.
It's fair. It's a good economic decision.
Yeah, I was kind of pissed though, and I found it and I saw the foil and I popped him on the butt and then he started getting really sad and then I was like, oh my god, I'm sorry. I just picked him up and I was like, I'm sorry. I'm kidding. It's fine. You can ruin the game. But I knew it too. The night before, I was like, oh, I should probably turn it off. And I'm like, no, it's fine. And then Alex's family comes over and they're watching him and I'm catching some more Z's upstairs. Wasn't fine. He got into it and scratched the foil. And I got almost to the end of Metal Gear Solid 3. We're talking second to last boss fight. I get a cutscene and the game just stops working. And I'm like, fuck. Okay, maybe it froze. Turn it off, turn it back on. Same thing. And I couldn't even skip the cutscene and get past
That sucks.
to the next section. So it's just ruined, yeah. And I hope it's only for 3. It'll make it easier. But I don't know. So that fucking sucked. I almost beat that game, though. I was probably going to. And then the fucking thing stopped working, and I just didn't have a game to play to beat. So
Condolences.
Yeah.
that's never a good thing. But that's it for what we've been playing and for what we've beaten. So yeah, let's get a trailer up for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Is there a 1991 trailer on?
I bet there
Wait,
is.
before we do that, we do have some nude claim cues we should get into.
Oh, we do. That's right.
All right, you got them pulled up.
Yeah, so Joe sent in a whole bunch of them. So do we want to pick one or two from all those he picked up and then some from someone else? Or do we just want to go through all of his questions?
We can do.
Because we have a couple other questions that are not just from Joe.
Yeah.
Let's do one from Joe and then some others.
Okay, so the first one from Joe, if Schweiss and I ran against each other for governor, pretending our state was purple, who would win?
So I think the question is,
And who's better, Joe or Schweiss?
well, it would be who is more charismatic, Joe or me?
Right. And so, yeah, you'd get the blue-collar vote and the popular vote, I think.
You think I'd be the populist? I'd be the Trump-style populist, and I think you're probably right. I don't know. Yeah, that's luxury right there, huh?
God, this seat. Holy shit.
Yeah, Zach's been getting the brunt of the shitty chair over here. And now he's got
Why,
a nice
Zach? There's
one.
no one else there.
I know. Well, I
Yeah,
just
I
looked
don't
at
know
your
why
chair
you
and I was
were
like,
sitting
I'm going to miss out. It was just here. It was just here when I got here.
Anyways, I have another chair on the way because I hate the chair that I have here at home.
He
So
knows
I'm going
his
to bring this one in.
place.
Thank God.
He gets the cheap chair.
Yeah, well, my nice chair is up fucking upstairs in your room.
It was supposed to be mine, and I was
Oh.
supposed to sit on the junker, but that didn't happen. Because then I was like editing, and I was like, "Why am I sitting in this chair? I should sit in the nice chair." And then the nice chair just stayed over here of its own accord. I don't know who would win against me or Joe. I think both of us are pretty charismatic. I don't know who would win in a debate. I think I might be
if
faster.
You both would have to prepare, and I think Joe would have you in the debates, actually.
I think we should do this for real. We should get you guys up in a pulpit and wall. Like,
Yeah,
me,
let's
Cameron,
do,
me, Cameron, and
let's
Craig will
do-
sit there, be like press.
Let's do the hog primaries and see who's the hog candidate.
Maybe, yeah.
That'd be really funny.
I feel like that'd be an actually good thing. You and Joe will run for to be the candidate of the hog party.
Dude, that'd be a fun Twitch thing too. Like stream it. It'd be hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's stream our own debate. Oh yes. Okay, we're fucking doing
Yeah,
this.
that'd be
Joe?
rad.
Joe, we're doing
He
this.
jumped off, didn't he?
Yeah, he'll listen to this though. I don't know. I don't know how that would go. I think we both would be good debaters. We'll have to
debaters?
see. Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't really. I mean, we've definitely had arguments, and they don't really ever seem like they're resolved.
As long as you guys don't
it'll be
start
interesting.
fighting each other for real.
Yeah, yeah. As long as it doesn't
Really
turn
go to
into
blows.
last time. All right, that's a good question. It's a good question. We have to see. Depends on how blue collar is, I guess.
Looks like we need to Twitch stream the hog party debate.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So next one. So do we want to do another one of Joe's?
Yeah, we can do one more. Then we can do like another.
This one we might not be able to answer because not every host is present. But what's the average weight of a nude clan host?
Oh,
Heavy enough to hold you down, Joe.
Perfect. Answered that.
let me think.
We'd have to guesstimate Craig's weight, and then Zach would have to be comfortable with sharing.
I'm guessing. I know Craig's. Probably upper twos. Upper two, like probably
Yeah,
like
270 would probably be the average of all of our weights.
I would say so. I'm pretty
And it's-
fat.
And it's all muscle, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
yeah,
Cam's
so
Christmas hams.
now we have a question from
Merry Christmas.
What's for dinner?
Yeah.
Little Joe's fucking here. Look at that piece of shit. Look at him
Lie.
commenting on that fucking Twitch.
Liar. He said he was gone.
Fucking liar. Okay, I commented on your fucking tweet, you piece of shit. We're gonna do the fucking hog party primary just to see who would win.
Yeah.
We'll live stream the debate. So I'll moderate. I'll prepare some topics for you guys to debate on, and I'll serve it to you guys a few days in advance so you can prepare.
They have to be
and
kind
then
of
we're fucking
outlandish
doing this.
too. Like it needs to be funny.
And then Craig's going to be on as well. Craig has to be on. Did you want to be debate topics too, Zach?
Yeah, why it should be all four of us. It'd be really funny.
No, I'm going to moderate because
I think it'd be hilarious.
I don't have. I can't see. That's my fucking problem. I can't decide on some issues, so I'll moderate it, and then we're going to have the hog party debate.
Yeah, we could do it.
I could be really funny.
It will be the hog
Okay.
primaries.
No,
for
like
the
seriously,
party.
guys, this is something that we can stream by this next Saturday. So let me prepare topics for you guys.
All right, God.
Oh my god.
Oh shit! We need a fucking green screen as well, and get you guys up at some desks.
Are we gonna have to wear like shirt and ties too? Like make it look formal.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking legit. If Craig doesn't have the corona, which he says he doesn't, I don't see why you guys can't get together and do it in front of a green
Well,
screen.
isn't your pandemic like your quarantine should be done next week?
My
shouldn't it?
quarantine would be over by then for sure, yeah, but
Are they going to extend it, do you think?
no, because I don't have it, but I'm still going to be working from home because they're not letting people work at work right now.
Right.
But I personally would be quarantined anymore.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we're fucking doing this. This is it. You guys get ready, look at some topics and start pre-writing it. I'm going to select 5 different topics for us to debate. The debate will last 1 hour. No, how long should it last? 30 minutes. 30 minutes, 4 topics. And we'll stream it.
All right. That seems fun.
And then each of your responses are going to be timed. And then we will allow questions by viewers on the stream. Oh, this is going to be legit.
Oh, it's gonna be funny.
Okay. Gabriel Jones. I'm going to skip some of Joe's questions. We'll answer some of those next week, just so we can have another voice in here. Gabriel Jones asks, if you could pick one game, excluding Doom Eternal, to take into a 3-month isolation, which would it be? And then he has a second part to this. Also, who out of the 4 hosts would win in a fight over the last toilet roll?
Conan
So-
Exiles.
Conan Exiles.
I don't know. Probably.
Dude, like fucking Conan Exiles. If we're all isolated playing Conan Exiles, it turns into like something like Lord of the Flies. Some fucking shit like that. I have the sword of Crom, and then gets cracked over the head.
that would be my go-to game just to fuck around in, and experience the building. I never really played with the building as much as
Dude,
I
that's the whole fucking game for me. It's fucking building, and then also I wanted to be like the resistance to your guys on your server. Just go in and build a whole bunch of fucking like explosives, and then like see what paths you guys like to take for mining shit and resource runs, and then plant a whole bunch of bombs on the path on your way back. There's
Such a
fucking
bastard.
IEDs on your way back.
Last time you already infected us with your dirty vagina and their fucking drinking water. Your nasty character that
The
you
dog in the
made.
house elf character I made.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Let's see. Conan would be good. What else
I
would
think Cameron might win in a fight. We did test. I
haven't fought Jack, so I don't know.
I am slightly stronger than Cameron now, but
It's just
I'm
an
in
arm
worse.
wrestle.
I'm in worse shape. So I think that would
Craig
be
doesn't
my
feel pain when he's mad though.
detriment. Yeah,
He doesn't, but he has no endurance, though.
yeah, that's true. He would get worn out. He would just give you the toilet paper.
I
after
mean,
a while.
remember the picture I sent? It's wipe or get wiped.
I don't know though. I don't know.
I guess
Maybe
in a
we
month's
just
time we'll
pull-
be streaming the new clan MMA tournament.
Jesus.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
We're making it happen, guys. Green screened everything.
I think the alternate answer is that we'd all pool our resources together and just buy a bidet. You know, we would just,
Yeah.
a community bidet.
Or we just
Community
pull our
bidet.
resources together and find a neighbor and just take the toilet paper.
Yeah,
We Conan exiles it. That's what we do.
That's my thing. Like, I don't have to prepare for doomsday. I've got guns. I'll just be the raider. You are weak, so I should take your shit. Humanity will only survive with the strong.
Those who
It's-
don't not come to the podcast because they have seasonal allergies.
Yeah, exactly. They will be destroyed.
I'm excited for Craig to listen to these episodes.
He never does. Yeah, we can talk shit as much as we want.
Bitch.
Yeah, I know.
What is it?
The Dart Craig is just like a smushed image on the Twitch chat. That's really funny. The Craig Dart. So, yeah, I don't know. That'd be interesting. I really want to play Conan Exiles now, though. I'll tell you that.
What game are you going to take, Cam?
Yeah, what's your doomsday?
I was trying to think. Conan would be good, but it would rely too much on enough people picking it as well to make it really good. Because Conan Exiles, if you're all alone, you're playing it in isolation and playing a game isolated at the same time.
That's just fucking sad.
It'd just be so fucking alone and lonely.
Yeah.
No community besides Conan. He doesn't even matter to end game.
Yeah. He's not even a slave.
Well-
He's just fucking there. That's a bullshit.
So fucking playing it for 3 months. What's a game you can put 3 months of time in and not get bored? That doesn't have to rely on people playing it online as well.
Yeah.
Something kind of like Red Dead Redemption, but more content.
I had a feeling that's where you'd go.
Yeah.
Because I'd say, Fallout or even, The Witcher would probably be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, that's got enough DLCs too to last
It
year.
has enough DLC, enough side missions and stuff. I could see it filling up 3 months.
Yeah, I'd agree.
That's a good pick.
Very good.
I've got a Red Dead Redemption 2. I'd probably do for 3 months.
Yeah. I think I would do Fire Emblem Three Houses. There's enough content there with DLC,
Yeah.
as well as try.
Or yeah, I could
100%
probably
the game.
pick a game like that I've never played that's opposite of what I would normally pick, and I don't know, have a new experience.
Yeah,
3
for
months.
sure.
There you go.
The only thing is, if you're you're quarantined for 3 months, I don't know if I'd pick something I'd never played before, because if you hate it, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're stuck with it.
Yeah, it's also a ludicrous, scenario, so I guess it
I mean, yeah, but I guess too, you say quarantine, but we all have credit cards at PlayStation now. You know what I mean? So you can just buy games.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I get where the spirit's coming from it.
Yeah, I'd pick something like that. Maybe some Age of Empires 2, get my movements per minute down a little faster so I can fuck Craig even harder in that game. We need to play that again. There's so many games that I would want to play again that I just don't have time. But that'd be kind of fun. I'd definitely go Conan though. I need Conan to top the list again this year. Got to get back into it. Paying for that fucking server, so you probably should. All right, Cameron, we got anything else? Probably do one more.
We do, but we'll save it for next time.
Okay, all right. You as the question master, I will listen to your bidding. All right, so let's watch this Sonic the Hedgehog commercial with Larry Cedar. 1991. Super excited.
Danita Stokes, president of HAG.
It's bad enough that Sega Genesis has the most 16-bit games, but this new Sonic the Hedgehog, oh, he really doth my doilies. They say he's incredibly fast. Well, what's the hurry, mister? And about his attitude. Smarty pants. Why can't it be more like that nice boy Mario? Oh! Little brat!
Now, get Sonic free when you buy a Sega Genesis system at its new price of $149.99.
Very nice. So, Sonic the Hedgehog.
$149.99.
A lot of money back then, and now it sounds fucking sweet. It's a platformer game developed by the Sonic team and published by Sega for the Sega Genesis home video game console. It was released in North America June of 1991. 5 months after I was released in North America, and, and in PAL regions, Japan, the following month. So, features an anthropomorphic hedgehog named Sonic in a quest to defeat Dr. Robotnik, who is a scientist who just kidnaps animals, apparently, and robots inside robots, and is stealing the Chaos Emeralds, which I didn't get any of. So yeah, that's kind of that is the story, the plot, and the story of the fucking game.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I was talking to Zach earlier. It's hard to our current rating scheme is good for modern games, but it's hard to hold these earlier games to the same level because it wasn't as much about the story as it was just the gameplay.
Well, what we can do is we can cut story out of this review. This is something we've discussed in the past, and just make it out of 80. And then obviously round that up to 100.
I mean, I don't know.
I
is
think
that something we should do?
I think so, because there are games out there like, what if we wanted to review Fortnite? What if we wanted to review Apex Legends?
True. It's games without a story. It's all about the gameplay at that point.
I mean,
there needs to be a...
With Apex, we could try to figure out which character is the most woke and like dive into that, I guess. But I mean, that doesn't sound like that's not their story.
Let's just snip story out. Let's just have it to where games that don't have a story, we just do it out of, like you said.
Yeah, so
do it out of 80.
I mean, I guess. How little of a story is this? Like the bottom, then? Like this is the least amount of story that we will not count.
Is this the game that has the least amount of story that we've played so far? I mean, it's like the game itself, what you just described as the story, it's not explained in the game anywhere. It's not even like a part of the game besides fucking Dr. Robotnik like juggling the fucking Chaos Emeralds he didn't collect at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Is it on the back of the box? Like, you guys have the box?
No, I have the box, yeah.
Is it on the back of it?
In the game without giving him the box.
I mean, like, is that the only way you get the story then? Is from the little, like, flavor text on the back?
They used to do that a lot, actually, with, like, Zelda. They had a lot of they used to have a lot of the stuff in the booklets, and you would just put
exactly.
Right.
Oh, shit, where did I put that fucking box?
So it seems like it's just a generational thing, and it should be reviewed as such.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Nothing inside the box. Back the box just says, it's supersonic, super speed.
Bullshit!
Super graphics, super attitude. Sonic has an attitude that just won't quit. He's flip and funny, yet tough as nails as he fights to free his friends from evil. So just wait. Sonic might be the world's next superhero.
Okay, so kind of a story.
Yeah.
Nah, there's nothing about the story on the box.
He says he has to save his friends from evil. That's close. That's cut and precise.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess the background. In 1990, Sega wanted the in-house developers to develop a game that had a new mascot for the company, right? And they had their other mascot. I guess his name was Alex Kidd, but I guess they thought he was too close to Mario, so they wanted their own little like unique mascot character. And this is something that still holds true to these days. I mean, we still have mascots for consoles. Mario, obviously, for anything Nintendo. Master Chief was the mascot for Xbox for a long time, and then PlayStation, probably Kratos, I would say, is probably the mascot.
Or the guy from Uncharted, Nathan Drake, too.
Or Nathan Drake, yeah, those two. I think Kratos is more iconic, so he'd probably take the spot. But they're both similar studios owned by Sony, and like Sony's like, hey, make a mascot character. And they did. And Jack was one that was...
oh, yeah, Jack.
Spyro was a mascot. They've had the mascots kind of carry on. They kind of take more of a back seat. Now it's more like franchises that sell.
Right. Well, the thing is, like, you look at Microsoft, and like even though it is a franchise, Halo, the Halo like Master Chief is the face of Xbox.
Yeah, he really is. And then the Gears guys, but
Marcus Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, not to the same level.
You could even argue Lara Croft is, because that was a Xbox exclusive when it first came out for the new ones.
Yeah, you could say that. But I think we've moved kind of away from the mascots a little bit and moved more towards like flagship. Yeah, kind of flagship.
Or tribalism.
Flagship like series within a console that kind of define the console rather than one central figure.
No, agreed. Because I mean, like with the whole marketing for the Xbox, the new whatever the fuck it's called, they're marketing it because they're going to release Halo at the same time, and it's how it is. I mean, if with the PS5, if they had said the new God of War was going to be released at the same time, I 100% would have pre-ordered everything.
Yeah, they almost made it an armadillo as well for Sonic. They just wanted like beasts that attack in a ball. Is pretty much what their status was. Like, give me the ball.
But then they would have
beasts.
Pokemon mad at them over Sandshrew.
Could have been a hamster, bro, and like a little...
Yeah.
And a hamster ball?
Yeah.
Sonic the hamster.
Sonic the Armadillo has a better ring to it.
Yeah, it kind of does, yeah. So they had like a big thing inside their company. They said, we need a new mascot. And this, honestly, Sonic sold this console. I mean,
It did.
It's a big deal.
His fucking quirky attitude.
I thought she was going to call him a little bastard in the trailer, and I was trying not to laugh.
Yeah. That's a trailer that wouldn't go over as well today, but...
No,
it's
and
fun.
well, she's just like, I like how she name dropped Mario too, where she's like, he's not as good as Mario.
Yeah, that's that fun rivalry they had back in the 90s between...
Yeah, Mario's so just like a nice boy. Sonic's edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic
He's
should
got
have a
spikes
cigarette
on his
in
back.
in between his middle finger, his two fingers on the left. It's
And a
fucking-
He's got no
And a
time for
goatee.
you and your opinions. He's a little punk boy.
And he works at TGI Fridays.
He also has 5 fingers, which is weird. Usually,
Oh, he does.
drawn characters only have 4. That little freak.
Or where they gave him an extra finger that didn't differentiate his eyes.
Or that,
He's
yeah.
just got one giant.
He's just got the ball.
Yeah.
The all-seeing eye of Sonic.
So, big deal for the Sega company. Of course, it didn't end well with Sonic or with Sega. They still make games, so that's
May
fine.
they rest in peace.
Yeah, at least they're still around as a publisher and
It's true.
and a developer, I guess. I think a developer. I don't know for sure. So yeah, I think we could take out story for the game.
Yeah, let's just roll on forward without that story.
Yeah. So what do you guys think of the gameplay? I mean, the story's fine, I guess. The story just kind of is what it is.
There is no story unless you infer it from the game. But yeah, like we said, we're just going to lop that category off.
Yeah. Okay, what do you think about the gameplay in this game, Cameron? This is really all the game is, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I guess, I mean, it did really well against Mario at that time. And I guess I have to play through the original Mario to really get understanding of how platformers were supposed to play in this day and age. Because for me, the game was really just meh. It was okay as far as platforming goes. It's like you take this character Sonic and you design this character about going really, really fast and force him to go really slow or else he fucking dies.
Yeah. Very counterintuitive to the message they were trying to send.
And like the difficulty is all over the place too. Like Green Hill's nice and easy. Then Marble Zone, one of the fucking harder areas in the game, followed by Labyrinth is the one after the next one. Shit. Like Labyrinth is probably one of the hardest, followed by that Scrap Brain Zone.
Yeah. Scrap Brain was brutal.
It was stupid. Like, okay, I don't know what it is about the fucking, like, okay, legitimately, Labyrinth was hard because you
Yeah.
have to get the timing right of all the underwater stuff. And again, the level design is about making you slow. It's like, here's a fast character, now he has to go super slow in water and he'll drown. But then those fucking like rotating platforms, like the big old platforms on a wheel that somehow Sonic just magnetizes to, I, for the fucking life of me, could not launch off of those correctly. I had to keep doing that part over and over and over again because I just could not fucking jump right.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then his like little like 1-2 step after he lands on a platform and you're no longer pushing forward.
Yeah, he just takes another step and then you fall off all the time.
Fucking damn it.
And then it's like every time you try to make the jump, there has to be a fireball coming straight up your ass. Like it's every time. Like I'm like, okay, got the timing. Jump, fireball up the ass. All your rings flying everywhere, and I'm like, fuck.
And not to mention, the original version of this game is having you play through the entire game in one playthrough.
Yeah. You don't.
Deaths mean back to the start screen. You start all over again.
Yeah, it's brutal. If I didn't have a save state, I would have to have done that with all of my lives because I drained almost all of them.
Fucking save states.
I know.
Okay, I had no save states, but then I did find out about the lifespan cheat glitch that I did abuse a little bit.
Wait, a glitch? What do you mean?
Well, it's the same thing where you collect 2 lives, one off of rings, one off of the 1-up, and then you die, and you still have the 1 extra life that you collected, and so you can go do it all over and over and over again.
That's not a glitch.
Yeah, well, they didn't fucking intend it to be played that way.
I think they did. They knew.
So what level was the hardest for you?
Definitely the water one. That was the worst.
That is where I did lose most of my lives, but I lost a good chunk of them at the scrap green as well. So playing through this game the first time, I remembered why I never beat it as a kid, was because you start the whole game over. And I could not, for the longest time, get past the marble zone as a kid. That was my major roadblock until I finally did get past it. I got all the way to the labyrinth zone without doing the life cheat. And then I pressed pause because it was time to go to bed. I had to go to work. Mm-hmm. So press pause, turn off the TV, and came back home after work the next day. The power had gone out while I was at work. I fucking shit you not. The power went out and it was all gone. And I needed to beat the game so Schweiss could play this version of the game without save states. But his fucking Retron 5 gives it to him anyway. Fuck you and your save states. Anyways, so I just went back to, the first one. I'm like, there's only one way where I'm going to beat this in enough time to give Schweiss this copy. And so I did the life thing. I think I stocked up about 40 lives, and then I played through the rest of the game. I did watch a walkthrough just because I wanted to know kind of the path that people were taking so I could beat it quickly.
Okay.
But, see, I felt okay because watching someone play the game and showing what path does not give you the skills that they have to get there. So you still have. So I still died following the walkthrough.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't look at a walkthrough though, so I guess both of us had some.
Yeah, but you had save states, you fucker.
Yeah, I mean, I did spend the time to get all those lives up though. I don't know.
It doesn't even matter when you can I lost too many lives. Just fucking boot up the save.
No, it doesn't actually. I did that. I did that a few times to make sure I beat it. And honestly, Sonic 2 doesn't do this, does it? I mean, Sonic 2, you just start back at the phase, right?
Sonic 2, but we will find out.
Fuck yeah, we'll find out. It's another one that looks like
you two playing that one too.
We probably will. I mean, we said we'd play.
For some reason, series sticks to the same 2 hosts when they review it.
I mean, that's kind of cool because then, it's your thing, you know.
Yeah.
Oh god, that means we're stuck with Sonic.
God damn it.
We're stuck with every fucking Sonic out there.
Dude, you're going to play Sonic Forces? Are you so excited?
We don't have to play all the Sonics.
No, we don't.
We just have to play the
OG
gifted
Sonics
ones.
we can do.
Yeah, we've been gifted Sonic Mania and Sonic 2, and that's all that we have left, technically.
Unless I decide to force an entry in.
True, yeah, you could incognito.
Yeah, there's nothing that says if the host is willing to pay money to the show that they can't force entry.
Yeah, we wouldn't even know necessarily that it was them. We could keep it secret, keep it safe.
And then the boss fights themselves weren't extremely difficult. The one before the labyrinth area where he fucking spikes the ground and takes it with him was sort of challenging. The Starlight Zone, he drops bombs from the air. It's easy to get into a rhythm of where you hit him the first time. You don't try to launch the first bomb after him. You wait until he drops the last bomb on the left, then you launch that one, then launch the middle one, and then that's when he just barely drops a third bomb on the far right, and then you launch that one and hit him a few times and he's done.
Yeah, you can also let him launch you with the bomb, and you can deal damage to him that way. So, if you're on the opposite end, you can bounce up and tag him. That one was kind of tricky at first because you can really get fucked over and over again if you're not careful.
I feel like that one was the easiest rhythm to get into, though.
They're mostly pretty easy.
In Labyrinth, you don't actually have to take part in it.
Yeah, I didn't fight him.
Mostly just about running away from the water, and you can hit him, but you just run up away from the water, then you can get to and let go all of the friends out of the canister.
Yeah, I didn't fight him. I
That's
hit
what
him
I did.
once as I was going up. And then you just basically both just run from the water, the common enemy. It's like the oil in Deepwater Horizon. Oil is a great bad guy.
And then you get into the
So is
Sprat
water.
Brain Zone, which is it's the pinnacle of shitty platforming, in my opinion. I hated it.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, everything's covered in lube in this game, and that's the problem with Sonic's extra little, like, couple steps, tiny little baby steps. You get fucked so many fucking times because of that.
That's frustrating.
And, like, that, and there's always spikes coming up your ass in this game, dude. It's all the time, and, like, it's just spike up the ass, and all of your fucking rings just ding, and then, of course, you get under, like, half a frame a second when that happens.
Because it hit his prostate.
Yeah, he came, and now everything's in slow-mo.
Oh,
Everyone
my
knows-
cock rings.
Yeah, everyone knows. Everyone knows after you climax, everything's in slow motion. So
Oh, wait,
it's-
is that the Twitch TOS terms of service we should be worrying about, too?
no, we're good about that.
Do I need to read the terms of service? Because I have no idea. what
You
they
might
are.
need to, yeah.
I don't even know what they are.
I don't either, honestly. I know we're probably breaking them, but I don't know what they are. But seriously, it's like all the time, and it's so fucking annoying. At least in this game, the rings are an insurance policy. But like, there are times when the game just knows it's going to fuck you. Like if you miss a jump off, you can go back, but the platform's not going to be there anymore, so you have to just die.
And see, that's part of the thing. It feels like it's zoomed way too far into the character, especially with how fast he goes. Because there's no way to stop yourself, like to know it's coming before it's too late. And that's part of the reason why I started watching a walkthrough, because in the Marble Zone, there's an area where you can ride this brick all the way to the right just to see, and I did that just to see what's out there, and what's out there is just fucking nothing. You're just done. Your brick will sink into the lava, and you're done. You can't get back.
Yeah, if you don't, that's that jump off, and if you jump to the wrong side, you're also done.
You're also fucked, and it's just like, oh.
Why would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that in a game where you lose and you start at the beginning of the fucking game?
We were
Like,
tougher when we were kids.
God, Jesus, those old.
But I never beat this as a kid.
No, I didn't either. I never got past the first fucking
But
zone.
you still played it. But you still played it as a kid, right?
I did.
Of course.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. I had more fun playing NBA Jam now.
I had more fun playing it as a kid. I'll say that too.
And well, I think we also fuck ourselves if we beat these games super fast, so we can't take our time and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have enjoyed it taking my time, because taking your time in this game is the only way to actually get through some of the stuff, unless you know everything.
It's the most fucking ridiculous oxymoronic character ever made. It's a guy that goes super fast, and you have to take your sweet ass time to not get fucked by the map. Like
It's
if you
Sonic
get
Zone.
if you get the map
There's a
down,
score
you can
I want
haul
to give
ass.
this game, but I don't want it to be clouded because of all the modern games I've played. Because back in the day, this apparently was a great game, and this game still has fantastic ratings.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be contrary to that, but I just did not have as much fun playing this game as I have had other games. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's fun. I do still like the game. I just think it's very frustrating, and for as old as it is, though, it's not that bad of a platformer. I mean, this thing is almost 30 years old. You know, this thing's up there in age, and I think they got most things right. There are just a few things that are a little bit brutal, and time kind of damages it, like the starting from beginning. That's like an arcade thing. And
Yeah.
that's pretty unforgivable on a console. Like on a console, I can understand if they had Sonic the Hedgehog like arcades and they ported it to the Genesis. That isn't what happened.
But I mean, how many games?
Oh, I almost
how
forgot
many
to mention
games
this,
didn't?
but to get to the true ending of the game, you have to collect all the Chaos Emeralds.
yeah.
And those fucking levels are fucking shit. Talk about everything being covered in lube and the whole level's rotating at the same time. It's like designed to get you into those end goal points without collecting the crystals. So I got far enough. I collected 3 crystals and I just gave up. There was no point anymore.
How many of them are there?
6.
Oh, I almost got one. I was close.
So, like, real quick though, going back to your, starting from the beginning, how it should be, like. But that's how the games were. I mean, if you went back and played like the '90s X-Men game on Sega, you die, you go back. If you play the Jurassic Park game, like the 3 games I played the Sega, Jurassic Park, the X-Men, and then the Sonic, you always went back. It was just what they did.
Yeah, but Super Mario
Unless
Bros.
you knew
don't.
the game and checked all of its secrets, you can get enough one-ups to kind of be a safety net for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so if we had time, I'm pretty sure we could have played it without needing, to go back to the beginning and just got
Right.
good at the game. That we could beat it in that 2-hour time frame. But that definitely wasn't me. at
Well,
this
as
time.
as well going back with what Cam said too is like I mean obviously I didn't play and I'm not reviewing it, but we've been what's the word spoiled. We've been spoiled. Like the games now are fucking-tastic.
And
like-
easier if
Yeah,
you
and
think
we're
about it.
we're used to how it is now and the way the industry went compared to where it was when we were kids.
And then
how
these
content we were
companies
with
that
it.
let you play retro games, they know that we're fucking shit at these older games, and so they provide you things like save states. You can
Right.
actually fucking play it.
Like the platformers now, like say like Blasphemous that I'm playing, there's like save spots. I mean, it's
and
just what
games
it
have
is.
kind of like gone away from the whole lives thing.
Yeah, for the better, for sure. It is interesting to have one come up, though.
But how did Sonic it apparently did really well compared to things like Mario. Like people legitimately liked it, and at the time it was more or less did revolutionize and make Sega kind of a big name for a while.
Yeah, for sure. It's a big game. I mean, it's listed by Game Informer. It's the 24th greatest game of all time. Huge commercial success. I mean,
Right. Well,
140 million copies sold.
I'm going to give gameplay, which is probably the most important category for this game. I'm probably still going to give it a 7.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm rolling with. I mean, it is unforgivable at times, and it is really hard. But like you said, I mean, even me loading my save state up after not playing it for a couple days out of rage, I zoomed through most of the game. I think a lot of the game is just, oh fuck, I can't get past this part, and then you go back and you're like, okay, I remember how to do
And
this
don't
part.
go there, yeah.
Yeah, you learn and you do things differently. It is brutal, and it does have some gameplay problems, some graphical issues with the gameplay as well. Occasionally, like Sonic will just kind of disappear a little bit, and also the loop thing. It's just brutal. Like you'll make like a small, precise jump onto a platform, and then you'll like slide off and die. And it's
just like
fuck.
when Sonic has momentum, he keeps that momentum.
Yeah,
for,
and it's
for a good bit.
It's frustrating, and it's a rough game. Most of it is the difficulty making me upset at it, though. It's not, and you do get better at it. Like I said, when I restarted from the beginning of the second world, which honestly the first world is a joke. When I restarted from the beginning of the second world, I zoomed through that game. It only took me like another 3 hours on and off playing, and I just beat it.
So, what was your least favorite boss fight again?
My least favorite one, probably the last one.
Yeah, I did lose a few lives that one.
Yeah, just because it's just annoying because like if you do slightly go the wrong way for half a second, there's not enough time to get out.
So I did notice if you're caught underneath one of the fucking smasher things, if you jump up into it, it actually kind of shoots you off to the side without smashing you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that
you don't
would
have
have been
to
good
get
to
smashed by
know.
it.
That would have been great to know, actually. That would have saved a lot. That one's probably the worst. I like the one where he drove down with the spike and took the platform from you because I found a way to like really shovelhead his ass in one of the
I
parts.
mean, yeah,
like,
you just get up
I
in
gotta-
that corner, you bounce on it a few times.
and
It's really good.
You fuck him up. The problem is when I did that, I also fell right down into the lava right after. And that one was annoying because he would just jolt down super fast and spike your ass, and your fucking rings would fly everywhere. And you're trying to collect your rings.
If you
and he'd
do it
come back
right,
and
you
get
can kill him before he gets his next spike.
You can, yeah. And it's I like the boss fights. I think the boss fights are great in this game.
Yeah,
they're
the boss
pretty-
fights are actually where the gameplay is best.
Yeah, the boss fights and then the level exploration I really liked. So, I mean, even as frustrating as this game is, it's fun because you're like, well, that kind of looks like a wall, but it's not really a wall. It looks, it looks like there might be some space on the other side. You jump towards it, and then boom, there's an extra life in there, or like a shield, or a ring,
Oh,
a
man,
room of
there's,
rings. Like, there's a lot of secrets in this game.
Yeah, so the replayability, if you like this game, is through the roof just because there's so many different secrets.
Yeah, and
that you can find in
and
each level.
speed running and stuff, and like the new version, the PlayStation 3 version of this game is really good. You can save pretty much whenever, and it has trophies. It speeds. It's a very fast port. a lot of times what happens with ports is they get fucked up and like slowed down and stuff, or some part of them has changed. Like the Silent Hill ports, they took away the fog. It's like,
why would you take away the fog? That's
yeah,
the game.
Silent Hill 2 and 3, it's like the fog is mostly gone, and it's like, yeah, they use the fog to mask the shitty graphics, but that's also part of the scariness of the game.
It was also for the loading screens. It was to mask loading, and that's dope.
It's amazing, and they removed it. They took the soul out of the game. Like, so sometimes these ports and these remasters get fucked. But the PS3 version of this game is really, really good. There's fun little trophies that you can get. The Chaos Emeralds, I don't even want to fucking try that. That's ridiculous. But being able to save right before makes it easier, because then you can
to get the Chaos Emeralds, you have to finish an act with 50 or more coins, I think.
Oh, okay. And it's any act for those 6 stages?
Yeah. So for the first few stages, that's when you could get the portal to the Chaos Emerald realm, and yeah, that's the true ending, that you need to collect all of those crystals and beat the game.
Yeah. So the platinum for the PS3
and I wouldn't blame you for using save states to get the true ending.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way, man.
If I do it on PS3, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I kind of feel like going back and playing it at some point. Maybe I'll give it a year, so I can hog it again.
And then you can try to beat the current speedrun record.
Yeah, there you go. No, I don't think that's going to happen, but... there's a lot of stuff in this game to do. I mean, surprisingly for what it is, there's a lot of like little hidden areas, and when you find them, it's like, oh man, this is really cool. The 1-ups are... Usually there's always a 1-up, it seems like, but I didn't find very many of them. But it feels like there should be.
And then, yeah, I guess we could talk about the next category, because we're kind of talking about replayability, but next category, sound, music. I think the game sounds fantastic. All the sounds here hold up really well.
Yeah, I like the soundtrack to the game. I think is pretty good. All of the sound effects.
Each level has a very unique music. It all sounds really great. And that's part of the Sonic. I mean, I guess the Sega Genesis was its ability for colors and for so gameplay, sound, level, and art design. So sound-wise, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think the soundtrack is catchy. I like the boss themes a lot. I really like the first area soundtrack. It's so nostalgic, and it's just good stuff. I think everything does sound pretty good still. That was one of the selling points, was how much sound they could fit into the Sega games. Yeah, the only sound I don't like is the sound of the spike going up your ass, and it just goes like, and then you fly towards the screen dead.
Is that more because of PTSD, though?
I think so. I wanted to make a cover of the Droppin' Plates song by Disturbed. It's going to be like, get spikes up your ass, bitch. Spikes up your ass.
Yeah, we need to do more of those video game songs that we used to do, where you would take another song and write new lyrics for it.
Yeah, here I come. I'm shoving spikes. Yeah, I think it'd be a great one, but I was like, I don't want to do it. I'm too mad at this game. It's bringing up. The scabs have healed because I beat it like 7 or 6 days ago, and I don't want to pick at them. So I
want Craig to write me lyrics for a game, but to the tune of Seed of Filth.
God. We'll have to find a game that's worthy. That's worthy of that. Maybe we could do like Conan.
Game would work.
We could do like a Conan Exiles.
Dude, Conan Exiles for Seed of Filth? Oh.
Yeah.
Guess I just gonna beat Conan now. Yeah, I put over 100 hours in Conan. I still haven't beat it.
Surge Storm. The Frostbite. Yeah, we could do that. You make anything that's brutal. There you go. That's the song. Sword
of Crom. The song for Conan Exiles.
It's fucking beautiful right there. a tear rolled down my cheek. I tend to agree, though. I think it is a great sounding game. I liked the soundtrack. I never got tired of the music. I never felt like I wanted to turn it off, which does happen more often than I used to realize before I started judging soundtracks for games. Really,
I could never understand people who'd play games without the sound on. Like, to me, it takes me too much out of the game that I can't actually play it very well.
right?
And I'm not even talking like online games where sound's very important. It's just like the sound is part of what pulls you into it and helps you
Right.
focus on the game.
Well, like,
Yeah.
imagine playing Doom Eternal without the sounds. Like the sounds in that game are fucking.
And they,
awesome.
like, even modern games, it's even like you have to have sound. But I'm talking like older games, like these platforming games. Like, you don't necessarily need the sound to play them, but without it, you just can't focus on it.
Yeah, there's something to it. There's something to the cohesion of all the elements of the game that make these old games work. I liked it. I thought the sound was really good. I'm probably going to just give it a 9, I think. 9 out of 10. I don't have any real problems with it. What about you, Cameron?
Yeah, the sound really holds up. It's definitely something that is a highlight of playing through this game, so I'm actually going to give it a 10.
All right, very
I think
nice.
the sound couldn't have been better for the time and for this game.
Fair enough. All right, so graphics and design. 1991.
That's another thing that they really wanted to, show how powerful the Sega Genesis was through the graphics. And that's part of the reason why the ring system was implemented, because when you die and all your rings go flashing off, it's like to show how many animated objects they can have on the screen at once.
Yeah, it's the past equivalent of having to turn over items in Order 1776 while they jerk off in your face. Like, "Ooh, look how nice that
It's same energy. You're right. It's the same idea.
Look at those rings. Don't you like those rings? Oh my god! Look at the
Look at these rings. Look at all these fucking colors in like the Chaos Emerald Zone. Like, look at all these colors in this animated background. This looks like fucking the background tile of like 1990 fucking tiles.
Yeah.
Look at all these fucking like fake birds as they kind of like slowly shift away in their tile view.
God,
And
yeah.
all the changing colors and the moving. That's like, oh. And then like back of the box. That's another thing that they said. Super graphics.
Yeah, it does look pretty fucking good, though. I'm
It
not
was so
gonna lie.
realistic for the 90s.
It's pretty good looking.
It's kind of like if we could actually get like a smaller format like these old games to work on bigger formats, like playing Sonic on a 4K TV would be so vibrant.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's why the PS3 version is really cool, because it is higher def.
But
and
it's
it looks
hard
great.
because when you take an old game and try to blow it up and make it higher definition, that's when it starts to get fuzzy.
Oh, they kept it at a smaller screen. I think they kept it at original size, but it still looks really good. I mean, it's a good looking game, and especially for the date. I mean, it's impressive. The animations are all fluid. I guess I like the design of the areas. Very unique.
Level design, in my opinion, is a failing, though. I mean, there's a lot of different things you could go find, but just the way... I guess it's more of a gameplay issue, not a level design issue. If they made Sonic not a super speed person, then it would have been better.
Yeah, it's funny. The one thing that sets him apart is the thing that tears him down almost, in this first game at least, which is really the only Sonic game I've played. I think I played Sonic Mania or something on like the GameCube. It was a bunch of mini games. I can't remember. It was GameCube, PlayStation 2, somewhere around there. That's it, though. I mean, this original Sonic game, I don't even think I played Sonic 2. I think it was just Sonic 1 back in the day. Maybe Sonic 2 on PC years later, but I mean, that was still like 15 years ago. But I really only remember this one, so I don't know how much better the games get. I know Sonic 2, a lot of people say, is the Sonic to end all Sonics. Like,
Really?
it's where it gets really good, yeah. Sonic 1 is just kind of like the classic, like, yeah, of course it's really good. It's the beginning one, but I'm not disappointed by the design of the levels at all. I think the boss fights were unique. I liked the colors were pretty impressive for the date. I know
I mean, yeah, that was the whole point. They did their best to stand out for the time, and they really did.
Yeah. And I know that the Retron kind of does bring some of that stuff out for the better, but it just looks great.
It's going to be a solid 10 for me.
Yeah, I agree. For graphics and design, for the time, there's no denying this thing looks great. And it's all part of the same thing. It's like it's one of those games, like you were saying earlier, with the sound on, like with the soundtrack on and the everything going. It's like it's an oddly immersive game for how frustrating and how classic it is. They really hit a good stride with this game, I think. So last category of the review, since we're omitting the story category, is replayability.
And we did talk a lot about replayability already. There's a lot of secrets and stuff to find in this game. And then, of course, if you want to put in the time, getting the true ending, to go back there and play for that. For me personally, I'd give replayability an 8.
All right. 8 from Cameron. I think I'm going to give it a solid 7. I want to replay it again. I think I will replay it again, probably on the PS3, just to get some more trophies, because I'm a whore for the trophies. But I do think it's a fun game, and it is a nostalgic game. I think it's one that I would enjoy more just kind of playing for fun, not trying to play to beat. Which, of course, doesn't work for Nude Clan, because we review games after we beat them completely here, instead of just playing around with them and then giving our general perception. So the way we do the show might take away from some of the overall enjoyment, because, I mean, if it was something that I could just play around with, I probably would get good enough to just beat the game without having to grind a ton of lives out, because that's kind of the whole purpose of it, is just trial and error until you get good enough to just knock it out. And there's a lot to be said about being able to do that, and I think the replayability, because of that, is super high. And because of, I mean, I did replay it. I died, and I replayed the fucking game, so there we go. I already have replayed this fucker. And I look forward to playing it again. It's fun to just kind of mess around with and just see how many points you can gather, because the points don't really matter. It's just like a pissing contest thing, but it's like, it's kind of cool to see how many you can pull off in each level. And then, of course, getting the Chaos Emeralds, that's a whole new fucking ballpark with that, like, rotating platform where you're sinking endlessly and trying to knock holes in this, like, center area to get to the Chaos Emerald to get that secret ending, or true ending, so to speak. That adds another element to replayability as well, just trying to get that true ending. And, of course, I didn't do it, but I think it would be fun to go through and just kind of try to get used to those stages as much as you can. It almost seems like one of those things, like, you remember those old, like, fucking things they'd have in, like, Burger King or Arby's, where you'd, like, flip the ring in the water, and, like, the ring would, like, float, and then you try to get it over one of those rods to get, like, a free ice cream sandwich, or, like, some tiny little ice cream cone. It's kind of reminiscent of that. Like, it's just, you feel like you might be getting good at it, but really you're not. You're just getting lucky, and you're not getting fucked by the map. And that's how it felt trying to get those Chaos Emeralds. So I maybe you could get good enough at it, but it just seemed mostly frustrating to me.
So, actually, though, there is a way to control the madness that's the Chaos Emerald Zone. Certain blocks you hit will make it rotate faster, but you can find blocks to make it rotate slower, and other blocks will change the direction of rotation. So if you get in a good spot, I sort of did this, where you could jump down, make it go slow, give you enough time to hit those blocks you need a break to get through to the Chaos Emerald, and then you can jump down and hit to make it rotate the other way, so you can continue to stay in that one spot.
Oh, nice.
So you have to, it's kind of like more or less map awareness to know what's the best location to try to get at the Chaos Emerald at, so you have those blocks close by to help control it, but never good enough to really get it. So. Yeah,
to master it. I also thought it was funny in those levels where he was basically a pinball. I thought that was kind of fun, like making fun of yourself moments, because you're bouncing around as this fucking blue ball, just like ding, 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 ding.
I mean, don't they have a Sonic pinball machine?
I think they do, yeah.
They might have one. They have it at Quarters, don't they?
I think so, yeah. I think they actually have one there.
So next review, Sonic Pinball Machine.
Oh,
Come join us at Quarters.
Quarters.
Yeah, Quarters, the place where I'll probably die.
What a place to die, though.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. I was very stoked on that place the moment I stepped.
Speaking
we need
of
to go
Quarters,
back.
we all need to buy the fucking
Killer
Queen.
Queen.
Fucking Killer Bee game for the Switch.
I've been barking up that tree for a little bit. No one does it.
Do you have it?
No, I want it. I'm waiting for everyone else to buy it before I buy it.
Well, we start buying it now. We review it soon. And that's another game that doesn't have a story. It's all about multiplayer.
Yeah, that's a good. That'd be a good indie game.
It'd be a fun
review.
one to do.
It would be a perfect indie
to do
game.
a stream on too.
Yeah,
It's such a good competitive game.
that was That is a blast playing that at the arcade
It
at
is so much
quarters.
fun.
That was so fun. Just everyone, total strangers, like hanging out, playing this fucking
Yeah,
game.
after you kicked me off your team because there wasn't enough spots,
Yeah,
and we won.
lovely. Yeah, it's
That was
perfect.
beautiful.
I it's all about the economy win, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Oh yeah, is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. God, we need to get that game for sure. That's a fun one. So yeah, that's it for that. Overall thoughts on the game?
It is definitely a game for you to go back to play. If you enjoy playing through retro games, if you haven't played the original Sonic, you should. It was the defining moment for Sega, I believe. And you might not enjoy it 100%. You might if you like platforming games, but it's definitely a piece of gaming history you should experience.
Yeah, it's not as hard as Cuphead.
No, not even close as hard as Cuphead.
It does make
just
you
annoying.
restart.
I mean, I wish I could just say Cuphead. Oh, it just got annoying in some parts, but it's okay.
Yeah.
No, see, I can still sit down and I can still play through and beat it in about 4 or 5 hours, especially with this live stocked up. I can't get near the 2-hour gameplay, but I still haven't beaten Cuphead, so there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, Zach, do you
Cuphead
have
will
it?
fuck
I
you
don't.
hard.
I think I'm gonna buy it when I get home though.
You should.
Yeah, buy
downloading on Switch.
and play Cuphead, please, Zach. I need to hear your rage.
I'll still review it. I don't think it's been too long. Do you think it's been too long, Cameron?
No, I still think
Okay, I was like, my asshole clenched so tight right there. I was like, please don't say yes. Please don't say yes. 'cause
Some
I'm not-
scars
If we
last
wait,
forever.
So
not
when was
playing
the
it again.
review supposed to be? When did you beat it?
Oh, it's been a little while.
Like, it was last year, right?
Yeah, it was last year.
So if you have to play it again if we don't review it from a year from when you've beaten it.
Okay, there's the new rule. New rule. We got 365 days. So Zach, if you wait long enough and then beat it, then one of us has to play it again. Dude, I can't. Oh man, that
Your
game
soul
is.
is in my hands.
Or even worse, you're like, okay, you just had to play it on expert now.
Joe too. If Joe can play it and beat it, we invite him on. Do you think Joe can beat Cuphead?
Fuck no, dude. I
Didn't
don't
he have to
think
get
so.
help for Bloodborne? I'm not
He
saying.
did.
Oh, see, there you go.
Cuphead is way harder than Bloodborne.
But Cuphead, you can
Well, that's
also
what I'm saying. That's my
have
point.
someone else play with you and help you beat it.
Yeah, you
I
can.
mean, if you're a wiener.
You can.
And
have someone
Joe,
else.
that's a valid way for Joe to play and beat it if he wants to get someone else to play with him.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, yeah, I don't see. I don't know, because isn't it supposed to be played multiplayer though? Because there's 2 people. Like, I don't see
I mean,
why.
it's definitely a part of.
I
the
don't see
game,
why
yes.
me and you couldn't go in and play it together, Cameron. And
I
have a
think you
three-way
guys
review.
should.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we can make a night.
Whoa,
of it.
we said that about-
who fucking had to give up the Switch they were using, huh?
Oh, that's true.
I have a Switch though, so
Will
if
the
you
show,
play it
will
online,
the show
isn't it
buy me
two-player?
a Switch? Huh?
The show doesn't buy you a Switch. Show buys the show.
Well,
a
if I
Switch.
have it on my,
Well, yeah,
if
well,
I have it
the
on
show
my
buy me a
Switch though,
Switch
you can
to
hook in
let
with
me
with a
use.
controller. I can buy another Pro controller or something.
You don't need to buy another controller. You can just pull off the sides and play it 2-player.
Yeah, I haven't had.
I have the Drift on one of my little.
Oh,
So
well,
I
you
gotta
can
buy the
also
controller
take
anyway.
Craig's because Craig's not going to beat it. So I say Craig's
Yeah,
in
but Craig
quotes.
uses the Switch almost.
Well, it doesn't
every
matter
day,
if we're
though.
going to do it for a review. It's the shows.
Well, what about you? You're not using it right now.
I am
Like
using it. I'm
before.
playing the Mana
Yeah.
games.
Didn't they just remaster those for the Switch?
Yeah,
Or
that's why I'm playing them.
Or the show just purchases a Switch Lite for me.
A fourth
use.
Switch.
A Switch Lite that just bounces around for those who don't have it. So you.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason for me to use the Switch in it.
I
so
think you just
who
need to.
knows, so.
I think you just need to ball up and buy yourself a Switch because it's a great system. Which
But I-
has
I
great
don't
games.
use it
It's got
every now
amazing
and then,
games,
though.
dude.
And there's no reason for the show to have more Switches than it already has.
I know. Really, 2 is really as many as we really needed.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
such a buzzkill.
But yeah,
How much is the Switch Lite going for?
I don't want to buy a Switch either, though, to be honest. I like it.
It's
just,
great.
I'm like,
It's amazing. It's probably my favorite one I bought. Like, so I bought my PlayStation. Obviously, I love it. Then my Xbox and my
Apparently,
Switch.
if you
Play Switch way
have
more than
one
I
of
do
the
my Xbox.
OG Switches before they made some hardware changes, it's really easy to get it to boot an Android operating system to use it as an emulating machine.
Oh, nice.
That's cool. I didn't
But
know that.
apparently, it's only the OG Switches that can do that.
Interesting. Fuck, dude. I don't know. I thought about it for a while, but I don't know. I didn't use the show one for a long time. We bought them and then we didn't use them. So it's like
I used it decently enough.
Yeah,
when I
you
had
did.
Because I would play with my brother. We'd play Diablo and stuff like that. And then I put in some time with Darkest Dungeon, which is a fucking hard game.
Mhm.
Which, if that was a game selected to review, I'd probably play it on the Switch, even though it's on the PlayStation.
yeah, it's the right console for the game.
I don't know. Games like that, it's fun to play while you're in bed, not having to be at a chair.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fair.
I have to say, my experience with I Am Setsuna was really good on the Switch.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to go back and
And I feel like games like that are like turn-based, a little more relaxing and stuff like that, are perfect for the Switch.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I
How
think
much are
that's a
Switch
good-
Lights going for right now? Let me take a look.
Maybe you'll talk him into it.
It's a great handheld, dude. Like, but I mean, I like having the dock. Sometimes it's fun to just play like on the TV. Like,
They're only going for 180 on GameStop.
how much is a regular docked Switch though on GameStop?
He likes to dock and switch.
Baby, only with you. Baby, only with you.
I
Get it
don't even
twisted.
use the dock. I've never used it once.
See, I like it.
I've used it a couple times.
I like it. See, like for Diablo 3, it was actually it's way
And
cool.
if you ever wanted to stream from the Switch, you'd have to dock.
Yeah, but make sure there's no earthquake or it doesn't count as docking.
Yeah. Grr.
Best Buy is around $300
Yeah, so it's not
for a
bad.
new
I mean,
Switch.
still, it's not bad. It's a little over half.
Oh, I could just go on fucking eBay and get a used one.
I got mine off what's it called, pawn shop, but I see tons of them on KSL for pretty like decently priced that are like almost new. Like played one game and then decided they didn't need it.
Would a show buy me a cheap Switch?
The show might buy the show a cheap Switch.
Okay, there you go.
Maybe we'll see. We'll have to look at the coffers and decide whether we're going to make an unnecessary
Ever
fourth.
since that
God,
Amazon money never
It's gonna
stopped
be
coming in.
it's Ebenezer Schweiss over here.
Yeah. Well, we'd all have to vote on it.
Counting
Yeah, it's a voting thing.
Counting his
so
shillings.
if one of us is not comfortable about it,
Craig Marley.
If one
there's
of
a
us
whole
isn't,
KSL
then
category for Nintendo equipment.
if one of us isn't, it doesn't matter because the 3/4 outrule.
That's true.
But with the geekdom, the business line, we got all four of us. So really, all you have to do is convince one person.
Oof. There's a dude selling Switch plus a whole bunch of games for $130. No, thank you.
Yeah, you could probably find one though, and then it's yours, and then you don't have to.
$600 for. I mean, he is giving you 6 games with it. but
Dude, you
he's
you
come
should
up
look
with
at the sales for the Animal Crossing Switch. Like, I was talking to Mitch, and he was saying some guy was trying to sell it to him for $600.
Jesus.
There's a Switch Lite going for $165.
Dude, just pull the trigger. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah, do it.
Nah.
Yeah, you'll get the. So here's the thing: we have 2 mana games on the Switch, and then that's it for the Switch for Ultima. That's it. That's all there is. So once we finish these 2, then Joe's never going to use the Switch again, pretty much. So you can just use
Right,
it.
so might as well just wait.
Yeah, and that's not going to be that long. We're talking maybe another month, 2 months, probably 2 months, and we'll be done with those 2, and then
Yeah, I'll just wait if it's that long.
and then I'm not going to necessarily need it. Although it would be fun to play Killer Queen, so I would buy the game and play it with you guys,
Right.
for sure.
It'd
But
be fun. It'd be a fun.
Why
like,
is someone
it'd be a
trying
fun
to
stream.
sell a Switch Lite for $230 when you can get it for cheaper new?
because they're dumb.
Yeah, people suck, bro.
Yeah, they're trying to get extra money, or they just don't know the market value because they didn't look at it.
I mean, like a Switch Lite, in my opinion, is probably the best form of Switch.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't play party games on that one Switch alone, though,
Yeah. See, there you go.
that's true.
and
so,
then you won't be able to use the fucking Pro controller like you can't. I mean, I guess you could just use the Pro controller,
I love
but you don't
that
have
Pro
like a
controller.
screen to play it on.
Yeah. So my final thoughts. I agree with Cameron. I think if this is a game that you used to play, I definitely think it's worth it. Pick it up on the PS3 or pick it up and play it on the Retron. It was a great experience for both of us on these this retro console emulation dealio that they got going. If you want to support Sega, you can buy it new on PS3. It's like, I think it was $5 for this game. It was like $4.99.
No
Yeah,
way.
it was, and it's got trophies. It's got leaderboard support. Like everything's there.
Wow.
And it's great. It's a great version
So
of the
it's worth
game.
it.
It is, yeah. I think it's definitely worth it. And I'm glad I bought it, even though I didn't play that game to the end. I only played it to Phase 2. Maybe Phase 3. I might have gotten to the marble phase on that one. I don't remember for sure. But definitely worth the like $5 that you pay for this game on PlayStation if you don't want to pick it up in the original format. Definitely worth your time. It's pretty fast once you get used to it. But just take your time and don't go fast like the character
Yeah.
leads you to.
Fucking, yeah, first time playing through it, you just gotta go slow. And you'll get through it.
Yeah, like the first area you can get down pretty easy and go pretty fast, but...
Yeah, you have, I think, 10 minutes on each act to beat it, so...
Oh, really? There's a time limit?
Yeah, there's a time limit.
Oh, fuck, I didn't know that.
But it's 10 minutes, though, for each act, so...
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so recapping our scores. Story, we didn't give a score because it's Sonic. Gameplay, 7s across the board. Graphics and design, 10s across the board. Sound and music, Cameron gave it a 10, I gave it a 9. Replayability, 8 from Cameron, 7 from myself, for a total of 35 out of 40 from Cameron and 33 out of 40 from me. That is a 68 out of 80 or an 85 out of 100 for Sonic 1991, the original.
Oof, we kind of lowballed that
The beautiful.
compared to Metacritic, I think.
Metacritic has the game at an amount that I don't know because I am on the Sonic series page and not the Sonic 91. Let me fuck. I'm sorry.
Sonic 1991.
That's Sonic the
Metacritic
Hedgehog
has
2.
it at... What? No.
Here,
Okay,
I found
yeah.
it. So, Sonic 1991 Metacritic score 77 out of 100
Ooh, actually, we didn't lowball it.
for Xbox 360, 81 out of 100 for 3DS. But if we're going to go game rankings, 86 out of 100 for Genesis and 70 for the iOS. So I would go with the 86, which we did lowball by 1 point, but that's pretty damn close.
We're fucking spot on. Whenever we're within a few points, it's always like mind-boggling to me.
I know, yeah, because
And our opinions are usually kind of in line with what people think.
Generally we are. There are some that we fucking hated that everyone else was okay with, and
Like
there are some
Alex?
that we fucking love that everyone else was okay with. But overall, we do kind of get pretty close. So for the time, I mean, a lot of people really love this thing. I think it does hold up. It has a lot of good things going for it. I'm really excited to get to the second game because I think they're going to improve on this a lot, and I'm excited
Right.
to see that flesh out.
Looking at the rotation real fast. So that was just you and I. And then... going back to chats. Should have had this pulled up. This is why we can't talk Schweiss. We can't keep comparing how much we make.
Oh, because the the important information is buried. Yeah, Cameron and I found a new way to compete with Cameron for money. It's the Social Security totals based on your lifetime income. It's a little unfair for Cameron because he went on a mission.
So there was 2 years, prime working years, that I wasn't working, and then Schweiss also got his GED and stopped high school early to go work. So that was just me and Schweiss, and so next episode will be Zach, but then the next duo review will be Craig and Schweiss.
Well, so
did you guys want to do a...
for my episode, we talked about doing Fire Emblem 3 with Craig.
Right.
Oh, you
Right.
can do that, yeah.
So that was
Yeah,
going to be
that's
my
fine.
episode
So-
next week was reviewing Fire
Yeah.
Emblem 3.
Craig and I are planning on doing that Monkey Island game that we were gifted many years ago.
All right. You
so-
guys should get started on that. So it looks like we have 3 game reviews in a row. I guess in a way of apology for having no game reviews for a long while.
Yeah.
So Fire Emblem 3 next time.
Or Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Sorry, not Fire Emblem 3.
Fire Emblem what?
Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
3 Houses. Okay.
Sorry.
And
Sorry. I
then
don't wanna get people's
Monkey
hopes up.
Island, the show after that. So we're going good. We're starting to get through some of these games, guys. Thank
Yeah.
you for giving them to us.
Thank you so much. If you guys want to donate more games to us to force us to play, just send me a direct message on Twitter. at UFF Podcast.
We were also to do a shout out for those new high rollers that started to contribute on Patreon.
Yeah, so thank you to our recent patrons, Matty Koto, Comfy Cozy, Oliver Dawson, and Sean Costigan. Thank you guys very much. Also, we got a message from the big roller, the big boy. Shinru is giving us $100. And he's requiring us to play. Here's his message. I guess we read it last time. It's time to play Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. He wants all of us to play it, and you guys are cool all playing it, right?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
He said that Cameron doesn't have to since he has no PS2 or PS3.
I mean, you guys all have the technology. It's not like I won't be able to play it.
We have the technology.
Yeah, and we will play that game. I don't know when. The hard thing is it's such a long game that I can't put everything on hold to play that for like months.
So, who has a PS2 that I could just hold on to and start putting time into the game?
I do. I can get that to you.
Same. So we have the. We'll buy some
you guys
copies.
can play it on a PS3, right?
Yeah, I can play it on PS3.
Yeah, I've got it on. I bought it on PS3, so I'm playing it on PS3.
Then we just need a PS2 copy of the game, and then I'll hold on to Zach's console, and then I'll start chipping away at it, start playing it.
So the PS2 was the version was like $18. Me and Craig saw on Amazon.
We'll
so
order
it's easy to get, but they're not shipping essential items right now, or they're only shipping essential items right now.
If we can get it through a third-party seller, they'll ship it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
not. It's not
okay,
through
no,
Amazon.
that's fine. Then.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So we'll get it. We'll get it going, Shinru. Don't worry. Thank you for your dough, and thank you for all you've done throughout the years for the show. We really appreciate it. All the shows, in fact. Let's start working on it a little bit here and there, and chip away at it, and then have a big review for it.
Once we're all about halfway, then we can plan an Uber episode around it.
Sure.
Yeah, I agree. And we can, by the time we get a good chunk of it done, we can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel kind of a thing, and then decide on a good day for a review. But it's one of those ones where I don't want it to take over the show for months and months and months like we've had happen in the past.
Right. So that's why I'm saying we're gonna kind of wait until we see an end in sight, and then we'll plan an episode.
Exactly. So that's the plan for that. Thank you so much to you guys, and thank you to every single one of you guys that have donated to our Patreon, and of course, most of all, to the current patrons, who are as follows. All right, let me crack the neck and get prepped for this. Also, wait for the loading page.
Just keeps going, man.
God damn.
It's all those damn Corona kids. They're just wasting their internet time.
I know, with their porn.
Did you see the Twitter thing where they're telling gamers to play less games because it makes it oversaturated? And there was someone who like stalking like Netflix, and they're like, fuck off. Netflix is like way more.
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, I told them to suck it.
Yeah, that's funny. Man, give me the fucking thing, bro. All right, well, you know what? Fuck it. You guys know who you are. Thank you all for your donations. We really appreciate it. Patreon.com. Search Nude Clan Gaming, or Nude Clan Podcast, sorry. Nude Clan Gaming's the Twitch. And donate to us there. And if you give us $10, we'll give you a forced entry. And at certain dollar amounts, we'll give you more forced entries. We are still keeping those in mind, and we will still be adding those to the rotation. Don't worry. We're going to get them taken care of. And I think that's it for this week. Guys, I'm still working on the Hog League stuff. I know it's taken forever. I have a few ideas that I'm playing around with, and I haven't quite figured out the best way to balance a few of the things when it comes to like the like salary cap idea that I had. I really want to roll with that, but I'm still tweaking it a little bit. It will be coming out. We will be doing some Hog League. I haven't actually hogged anything in a while myself because I haven't fucking done anything in a while. But you guys can do that. hogib.herokuapp.com. Keep track of your media consumption and compare with other people your media penis size. It's a lot of fun. So stay tuned for next week for Craig, and hopefully Craig's not sick still, quote unquote. And he'll be here to review Fire Emblem 3 Houses with Zach. And then the week following, Craig and I will knock out Monkey Island, Escape from Monkey Island. Another PS3 port for a classic game. I'm excited to see how that works out. Thank you guys so much for listening. And until next time, as always,
You gonna go, Cam?
Time to get good.
Rip and tear.
Live always in the nude.